RT Rogers Oil Company and Precision Delivery have many kind and knowledgeable long-term employees in our Hinton office who account for transactions and dispatch fuel and explain and educate about our many products, such as our wall heaters and also our fireplace logs, which are designed for residential space heating, and we also have Renai tankless water heaters available. We provide many different types of fuel storage tanks along with an experienced and trained crew that will be installing them. We will then make safe and timely deliveries to these storage tanks. Our long-term employees make deliveries and also install HVAC units and install generators, while Precision Delivery transports fuel in 6 states. So, call us for a quote or delivery.
Air Supply Heating and Cooling is the area's only Amana dealer offering full service, repairs, maintenance, and installs. Amana offers a lifetime compressor warranty and a one-time unit replacement. Air Supply also offers after-hours repair service. Call today for a free estimate.
GNC Flooring, specializing in hardwood and laminate. We offer existing floor sanding and refinishing and free estimates. Call 304-646-1031.
One-Way Towing, the source for all your towing needs. From cars to trucks, the dreaded crash to just plain stuff. For a job done right, there's only one way.
RT Rogers.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's matchup between the Midland Trail Patriots and the James Monroe Mavericks. We're going to get started here in just a few seconds, so hang in there. We'll get this thing underway. Midland Trail is going to be batting first as they are the away team here in Lindside, West Virginia. We'll have your lineups here in just a few minutes, as well as you can see your aerial shot provided by Advanced Hydraulics. Beautiful view of James Monroe. A good look at the upper stadium or upper field, as well as the overall there on the south side, as you can see where the baseball field is. The boys have a game tonight as well. That is the Mavericks against Westside. So, and that game's going to be on YouTube this evening. So we'll see how each team goes. Midland Trail is warming up right now, getting ready. And as soon as Midland Trail warms up and as soon as they are ready to roll, we will start this game, and first pitch will be here in just a couple minutes. Lineups will be announced here in just a couple from the Greenbrier Valley Channel Sports Network. My name is Matthew Thomas. Cameraman is Joe Sharp, and producer Harry Vance. Stay tuned, and let's get this ball game started. Set over. 2.
Aubrey. Yep. Oh, here she comes, Kelly, with it. Oh, she just gave to Greg.
You guys, if you guys are good for me to go, I'll go ahead and start the lineups. Alrighty, man. Sounds good. He said we're good to go. He said we're good to go. Awesome. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's matchup between the away team Midland Trail Patriots and your home team James Monroe Mavericks. Starting lineups, we're going to start with the Patriots. They're the away team. Starting out, pitcher, number 7, Matty Rader. Batting second, Kendall Parsons. Catching and batting in third, Lexi Stanley. Batting cleanup, number 25, Steph Hannell. And batting fifth, Presley Walker. Sixth, number 15, Jesse Mooney. Sorry, it's blurry. I can't see the numbers. All right, batting seventh, number 10, Bay Hall. Batting eighth, Raylan Morris. And batting ninth, number 24, Ava Campbell. And now for your home team, the James Monroe Lady Mavericks. Batting first, number 10, Grayson Dowdy. Batting second and wearing number 2, Peyton Street. Batting third and wearing number 1, Peyton Griffith. Batting cleanup, number 6, Trinity Hill. Batting fifth, number 7, Destiny Lowe. Batting sixth, number 23, Lizzie Smith. Batting seventh, number 24, Ariana South. Batting eighth, number 22, Gracie Carter. And to finish it out, batting ninth, number 0, Mila Mann. Let's play ball. Yeah. Alrighty, let's get this ball game started and underway. Starting pitcher for the Mavericks this evening is going to be Peyton Griffith for the Mavs. And then catching for behind the plate is going to be Ariana South. Can't ask for much better conditions here this evening. Actually, let's see. Let's look up what the exact weather is, because why not? Beautiful weather. We got mid-60s. We got some clouds as well, so you'll see a few girls in the outfield, likely even a couple in the midfield as well, wearing their shades to try to keep any sun out of their eyes, prevent them from making any plays. And let's get this thing underway. To start things out is going to be the pitcher and first hitter, Maddie Rader, starting things out for the Patriots. Infield is going to be in early for the Mavericks, which tells you they're ready for any sort of bunting. Inside pitch going to be there for ball one. And that'll be the way we start this ball game between the Patriots and the Mavericks. Griffith delivers. And is going to be foul tipped to even up the count here at 1-1. There's not very many conditions that are perfect for softball, but I would say you could count this as one of those for sure. Beautiful weather out here to start out this softball game. And as she flares one, a beautiful shot right over the shortstop. And that's going to put her on first base. So Rader's going to reach on a single that just barely got over the head of Destiny Lau. And we're going to have a pinch runner coming in for Rader. That's going to be number 15, Nevaeh McGraw. So great start here for the Patriots, and the Mavericks are going to keep the third baseman and their first baseman both in as Griffith delivers a ball low for ball one. Foul tip there. And now it's going to be Kendall Parsons. Parsons is the center fielder for. And a nice pickoff throw there. Oh, that was a beautiful throw there by Ariana South, and just able to get in there safely is McGraw. It's going to bring it to 2-1. Just inside again. That one's going to allow her to advance. That's going to put a runner on second now with a 3-1 count. And full count there on that foul tip from Parsons. Anything outside of the outfield here is going to score McGraw from second base, and instead it's going to be a walk. So to put runners at first and second. So force at any of the three outside bags on the diamond for the Mavericks, but no outs, as it's going to bring up Lexi Stanley, the number 3 hitter, wearing number 6 on her jersey. And that one's going to be struck to the outfield. That one is just going to hit the gap. And that's going to get over the center fielder, Lizzie Smith. And they're going to have a throw to third base. That's going to drive in our first run of the game. So the game is still young, but so is the Patriots' lead here to start things out, as the number 3 hole hitter was able to knock one in. Lexi Stanley, a beautiful knock. So now that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Stephanie Harrell. with runners on second and third. Pitches away, and that one's going to be inside. Runner's coming home, and she's going to be well safe. Good base running here for Midland Trail, as Parsons is able to get herself home, and that's going to move Stanley over to third base. So now runner at third base for Harold, as the home plate umpire cleans things off, gets things ready for the next batter. We are currently at the top of the first inning. Pitches away from Griffith. And that one's going to be cracked, and it's going to be in. Fair. Just fair. Wasn't quite able to make the play, was the left fielder, but wise decision there by the pinch runner, number 22, Ansley Mayer, as she tagged up and didn't get too excited. And that'll bring in another runner for Midland Trail. Still no outs in this top of the first, and that one just over the base, over the third base, as the third baseman was able to clear that. Good play by the shortstop, Destiny Lau, and they're able to get the lead runner for the first out of this top of the first inning. Batting now is Jessie Mooney. She sees ball number 1. Pitches away from Griffith. Similar spot for ball 2. And that one's going to be fumbled just a little bit there. And unfortunately there for James Monroe, it didn't look like South was quite able They're reversed. Joe. They're reversed, like they're flip-flopped. Pitches away, and this one's going to be grounded. Straight to the shortstop. That one's fumbled just enough, and she's going to be safe. We got bases loaded now. Another single just slightly late on a couple plays are the Mavericks. And that's going to leave a bases loaded situation here for the number 8 hitter situation, Raylan Morris. And she's going to watch strike 1. One out currently. Chopped. And they are not going to be able to make a play anywhere. Unfortunately, an error by the second baseman, Peyton Street. And that's going to bring in the fourth runner of the game. Score right now is 4-0, and the bases are going to stay loaded for James Monroe. Or excuse me, for Midland Trail. Pitches away. Strike 1 is given. And that one's also going to get past. A lot closer play there at the plate as the first one, or as the first pass ball was, but still nonetheless, it's going to be 5-0 here early as Midland Trail leads James Monroe. And that'll bring up the last hitter in the lineup, Ava Campbell. Runners on second and third here for the Patriots. And that one's going to be grounded. We're going to have a play at home. And we're going to have a run out. It looked like she got her, and she did. Great fumble and recovery there by the catcher, Ariana South. Fumbled it there just for a split second, but not long enough for her to be able to make the second out of this top of the first inning. So we got runners on the corners. for the Patriots. And they're back to the top of the lineup here with Maddie Rader. And she's going to watch strike one. Pitches away from Griffith. And we got a ball thrown down. Oh, that was a good throw, but unfortunately Destiny Lowe not able to cut it off. She was just in front of it. And that's going to make the score now 6-zip in favor of the Patriots. Rader pops this one straight up. It's going to be in the infield. And this play is going to be made by Lowe. So that's going to be the end of the top of the first inning, halfway through. And we'll be right back here on the Greenbrier Valley Channel Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.
RT Rogers Oil Company and Precision Delivery have many kind and knowledgeable long-term employees in our Hinton office who account for transactions and dispatch fuel and explain and educate about our many products, such as our wall heaters and also our fireplace logs, which are designed for residential space heating, and we also have Renai tankless water heaters available. We provide many different types of fuel storage tanks along with an experienced and trained crew that will be installing them. We will then make safe and timely deliveries to these storage tanks. Our long-term employees make deliveries and also install HVAC units and install generators, while Precision Delivery transports fuel in 6 states. So, call us for a quote or delivery.
Alrighty, we are back here. James Monroe High School. As the Patriots just got done with the top of the first inning and putting a good start here on this game scoring-wise. As the Patriots lead the Mavericks. Current score right now is the Patriots lead the Mavericks 6-0 right now. And we'll get this thing started here in just a second as the bottom of the first is about to condense. As you can see a beautiful area shot here of the softball field from right outside the diamond. Beautiful aerial view, and you can just see how beautiful of a day it is here at the ball field. And the sun's peeking up even more as we strike 6 o'clock right on the hour. Over the hills of Linside here at James Monroe. Let's get this thing underway for the bottom of the first. As Grayson Dowdy will start things out here for the Mavericks. And Maddie Rader is going to be the pitcher. She's also the first hitter of the game. She's currently 1 for 2 at the plate. Mavericks definitely want to get themselves a little bit of a fire started as the top of the first did not go quite as well as what they would have liked. Strike one on Dowdy. She's going to watch that one to even up the count at 1-1. Dowdy, let's see how well she can place it. She's got herself a huge hole there between shortstop and second base. That one's going to be upstairs, though, to make it a 2-1 count. I've noticed this is not the first time that teams have played James Monroe this way. They give them a huge hole there to center field where if you could just get it over the pitcher's head, you're going to have yourself at least a single going over there. Let's see if they can place it well. Good pitch there on the corner from Rader to even it up at 2-2. The lefty Dowdy's going to give Rader a little bit of a different view to start out this ball game. Usually you see righties, but not Dowdy. And that one's going to be grounded, and it's going to be an error on the shortstop to start this game in Vea Hall. So Mavericks also, despite being down 6-0, this is their first time batting here in the bottom of the first inning. We might have ourselves a high-scoring ball game here. Pitches away from Raider and struck just a little bit late on that one was Peyton Street. She was all over that fastball. Just a tad earlier, and she'd have had herself a double down the right side, right field line. Raider with the advantage, count 0-1. And that one upstairs. A good take by Street. That one's going to make it to the outfield. That one made it to the outfield, but not quite far enough. As the right fielder was able to take care of it. So we got an even count at 1-1 here. Almost looks like a slap bunt approach here from Street. But Raiders doing some rise balls right now, so that's going to be very difficult to slap bunt on. That one is going to be popped up. It's going to make it into the outfield. That's going to hit the gap. Not a good cutoff move there from the center fielder. Unfortunately, Kendall Parsons was not able to cut that ball off. And now we've got runners on second and third with no outs. 3-hole hitter for the Mavericks. And also your pitcher, Peyton Griffith, is up to bat here. As she gets the call and the assignment from Coach Wickline. Great job by the Mavericks using that center field that I was talking about at the start of the game. Griffith rips one. That's going to land foul, though. Nearly over the fence. Seeing it well, though, is the Mavericks here early. She was about 10 feet from ripping a double there off the left foul pole. Raider winds up, pitches away, and that one's going to be well low, about 1.5 feet in front of the home plate. Griffith struggled last time. Last time I was here in Monroe County, so let's see if she can get herself going, not only pitching but batting. That ball made it to the backstop, but unfortunately was overthrown so much for the Mavericks that there is no advancement from Dowdy. Raider pitches away, and that one's also going to be low. 3-1 advantage count here for Griffith. Got a hitter's count here. Anything? Let's see if she decides to swing or she's going to watch it. Pitches away. And that one's going to be well inside, and we got them loaded. Mavericks, as I mentioned already, despite being down 6-0 early in this first inning, now have a bases loaded situation and a beautiful opportunity as Trinity Hill, the cleanup hitter. Trinity Hill is here ready to make some damage happen. Let's see if she can do it. Raider a little bit shaky with the batters on hand. Can she get herself out of it? She starts with strike one on the outside edge. Beautiful spotted pitch there by Raider. Hill would love to rip one out of this field. Good approach here from Raider. Gives her one outside. She wants to try to get something on the ground here to possibly force a double play or even a force at home if they have enough time to do it. Oh, that was a nasty pitch there from Raider. Pitch had a lot of motion. Started out in the center, upper center part of the plate and ended in the outer third. It's going to be 1-2. 2 strikes here on Hill. And the cleanup hitter strikes out for out number one. A great approach there from Maddie Raider. to get her first strikeout of the game. And now it's going to bring up the shortstop, Destiny Lowe. Main goal here for James Monroe is just to get something in play. And she's going to go low there for strike one and got it right past the shortstop. Lowe chokes up on her bat. About an inch and a half to see if she can rip herself one to the outfield. Pitches away. Outside corner. Not going to find the strike zone. It's going to be evened up at 1-1 apiece. One out here, bottom of the first. And that one's going to be ripped, and it's going to make it over the left fielder's head. That's going to score at least two. Throw's going to come, and it's going to be cut off by Raider. Mavericks do strike with the number 5 hitter in the lineup, Destiny Lowe. She erred in the top of the first inning, and she makes up for it right there. So now the Mavericks will have runners at second and third, and they have cut the lead to just 4 runs. And now Lizzie Smith, the 6 hitter in the lineup, is coming up. 6-2 is the score. Bunt show from Smith. That one is going to hang on the line, but it's going to roll out of play for strike number 1. Smith nearly had herself a beautiful bunt there, but just a couple inches to the left side of the chalk to hit it foul. 0-1 is the count. 0-1 is the count. Pitches away. She shows bunt. And a little extracurriculars there from the shortstop, Hall, as she was jumping up and down over at the third base. She was begging the catcher to throw it over to her. Thought she had a pickoff move. Raider shows bunt again. That one's going to be popped up, but it's going to be well high as it hits the fence. 1-2 is the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes here with Raider. As the 6 hitter in the lineup, Lizzie Smith, is going to see if she can make something happen. Anything in the outfield here makes this ball game a 2-run game. Can Smith do it? Pitches away. She shows bunt, and it's going to be a called strike 3 on the outside corner. And it definitely looked like he caught a huge chunk of the plate. Good pitch there from Raider. 2 outs now, as it'll bring up the catcher, Ariana South. Mavericks would love to have a single here to try to get themselves. They still have plenty of time left in this ball game, but you don't want to strand 2 guys at second and third, especially having them there with only 1 out. Raider. Oh, that's a beautiful pitch there from Raider on the inside corner. She had South backed up just a little bit, and that pitch had plenty of movement to be able to make it back into the inside corner. We're evened up at 1-1. Raider, that's another one. Similar pitch. Can South beat it out? No, she can't. She's going to be out. And that's going to do it for the end of the first inning. Early score here after 1. Midland Trail 6, James Monroe 2. Both teams score in the first inning. We'll be right back here on the Greenbrier Valley Channel Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. I can see it, but yeah, it's been showing 4-0 for a while. Yeah, it was showing 4-0 for a while, and I looked at it and he told me not to mess with it, and I was like, okay. All right, we are back here on the Greenbrier Valley Channel Sports Network. About to get this top of the second underway. If you weren't here for the first inning, you missed an exciting one, as Midland Trail was able to strike for 6 runs, and then James Monroe was able to answer and score 2 for themselves. So 6-2 is the early score here. 6-2 here, Midland Trail leads early in the top of the second inning, as Midland Trail already has seen, if you were here early, like I said, in the first inning, you have already seen all 9 of Midland Trail's batters in that first inning. So they're going to start out with Kendall Parsons, Lexi Stanley, and then Steph Harrell. They're 2, 3, 4 hitters. So the heart of the lineup for Midland Trail, can they create as much damage as they did in the first? Parsons had a nice gap shot in that first inning. Let's see what she does this time. And here we go. Griffith on the mound, delivers, strike 1. A lot of early attacking we've seen from the Patriots, but not on that first pitch. And that one's going to be high and outside there for ball 2. Griffith started out with that first strike. And that one's going to be just upstairs now for 3-1. So Parsons in a hitter's count now pretty much can do whatever she wants with this pitch, whether she wants to watch it or take a swing. And she's going to swing, and that's going to find the gap just enough. Low. Lau was able. Lau just made the stop there, but the throw was well off to the right of the first baseman, and that's going to put a runner on first base. They likely will not charge an error, though, to Lau, as that was a pretty well-placed ball there by Parsons. And that one's ripped up the center right past Griffith. Oh, what a beautiful shot there up the middle from Stanley. She said, take this back where it came from and give it right to you. And that's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, number 25, Steph Harrell. And now the Patriots have runners on the corners with no outs, just like they did in the first inning. They're already threatening. And now time for the power hitter, Harrell. Going to be very careful not to allow a home run. That would be dangerous at this point. 0-1 is the count. And might I add, too, that is one of the most pretty bats I have seen from any softball player. As Harrell's bat, the beautiful red, white, and blue, looks like a bombsicle. And speaking of bombsicle, she sends one of those right over to the left field, as Dowdy was able to cut it off before it hit the gap, but damage was still done, as Midland Trail is able to score Parsons to make the score 7-2. Good hitting here from Midland Trail, as this will bring up Presley Walker. Swing and a miss there from Walker to make it 0-1 on the count. Not quite a bombsicle, but more like a Black Widow is Walker's bat. And she's going to see if she can crawl back from this 0-2 count to get herself a hit as well. Griffith definitely would like to see something else. She's ahead. Here's the pitch. It's going to be an early bat there from Walker. She rips it early over towards the third base coach. And that one's going to be low, and both runners will advance. So that's going to take away the force. Any forces that James Monroe would have had On the bright side, that hitter's count is still there at 1-2 for Griffith. Can she take advantage of it? Good stop there by South. Able to keep that ball in front of her. Now the count's even at 2-2. Will she go at her here on this pitch? Yes, she will. And that one's also going to be ripped just to the left side of the third base. Man, Presley Walker is right now all over Griffith's pitches, but she has not quite been able to get anything fair. Can she on this pitch? That one's going to hit off the base. South, she is not going to have enough time. And that will score a runner as Ainsley Mayer gets in. And that's going to make the score of this game 8-2 as Midland Trail early in this second inning is able to get back those 2 runs that the Mavericks scored in the bottom of the first. As the home plate umpire cleans off home base. Had to get the plate cleaned off and ready to go. As now the count has worked full to 3-2. Here we go. And that one's going to be just outside as Griffith not agreeing with the call. Was not quite able to place it. We got runners at the corners here. And this will bring up the lefty Jesse Mooney. That one's going to be just off the tip of her bat for an 0-1 count. Mooney, who I mistook earlier for number 15 on the team. She'd love to see if she can make something happen here in this inning. To maybe eat my words on getting her jersey number wrong. A little bit high as the pitch there, and they're going to go ahead and eat it and let the runner advance to second base. So runners at second and third now. Still no outs for the Mavericks. Griffith outside, and the stop wasn't able to be made by South. But good news, the count is 1-1. Pitches away. And that one's going to be ripped to center, and that one all not very well read by the center fielder. And it's going to be a ground rule double. It's beautiful hitting there by Jessie Moody. She is able to rip it over the center fielder. And yes, they were trying to see there for a second. Home plate umpire thought that the runner on second was on first, so she needed to go back over to third, but she was already on second, so since runners were on second and third, both of those runners will officially score. Score's going to be 9-2 after this conference, or at least it should be. And yes, they did confirm it just now. So now the score will be 9-2 in favor of the Patriots. 10-2 in favor of the Patriots. And we got a runner at second base, Jessie Mooney. That'll bring up Vea Hall, the number 7 hitter in the lineup. And that one's going to be ripped right past the umpire. And they're going to bring a runner home as the speedy Mooney scores from second. Was able to get the ball just to the outfield. And Mooney saw something there. She gave some information there to Raylan Morris. And that one's going to be cut off at first. Good play there by Hill, the first baseman, to get the first out. But that's going to advance the runner into scoring position. So the score is 11-2 now. As Ava Campbell, the last hitter of the lineup. Good pitch there from Griffith as she makes the count 0-1. Griffith a little high there, evens it up at 1-1 apiece. Oh, and we got a steal, and that's going to be just safe. If she was able to get under the tag, man, that was really, really, really close there. Looked like she was just able to get her leg under that tag. It's going to be high and outside there for ball 2. 2-1's the count. Good pitch there from Griffith. Evens are up at 2-2 apiece. One out here in the top of the second. Mavericks have shown they can score a lot in one inning. That one's going to be grounded. It's going to be an error. As the third baseman, unfortunately, not able to find it. That's going to make it a 10-run game at 12-2. As Ava Campbell will reach on an error. And we are back once again to the top of the lineup with the bombsicle bat, Maddie Rader. With a runner on first base. Here we go. Rader. With the outside at 2-0 here. Just inside there. Brady was just a little bit early on that pitch. She got excited. Pitches away. Beautiful pitch there from Griffith on the outside corner to even it up. She'd love to have herself another one of those. And Rader's going to switch over to the right side of the plate. It has been a minute since I've seen that happen. It's one thing for a batter to switch in a different at bat, but it's another thing for them to switch at the same. Doesn't work. And she says, why? And it doesn't matter. As unfortunately, error after error for the Mavericks. As the second baseman, Peyton Street, is not able to handle it. Man. Griffith struggling just a little bit at home plate, but unfortunately for the Mavericks, it's not just one player. It's a team effort right now that's struggling. They're going to have something happen with their bats to be able to come back in this ball game. As the early count goes to 1-0 from Parsons, the second hitter in the lineup, and she's the one who started out this inning. Pitch is going to be outside there. And well outside there from South. And that one's going to make it 3-0. And the third base coach let her know that she's good to swing if she wants to. Told her she has the green light. Will she swing? No, she won't. Pitch was well outside. And that's going to fill them up. We got bases loaded with one out. And this will bring up Stanley. Lexi just foul. Positive for James Monroe. They've got a pitcher's count now at 0-1. The question is, can they take advantage? And they do have the one positive of having the bases loaded is you have a force at any plate. Will they be able to get the ball and step on it? Let's find out. Nope, we're going to have a hit by pitch, and that's going to make the score 13-2. And now the hit up Harrell. The cleanup hitter, Harrell, will come up. as we are still top of the second. If you were just tuning into this game, then stay tuned in because you are watching a hitting clinic here if you like to see a lot of runs scored here by the Patriots. Both of these innings have been split apart by great scoring. 6 runs in the first, and so far 7 in the second, and they've still only got 1 out. Harold would love to swing that bombsicle and get herself a grand slam. And that was a good pitch there from Griffith. She was able to get that one in the zone. 2-1 is the count. Be really funny if Harold about this time would be able to make a few people regret having their cars there in the outfield. We're about to find out. 3-1 is the count here. She's got the green light to hit from the third base coach. And there it is. The swing is on. It's going to be popped up. And Dowdy able to make the play. Tagged up there was the runner at third base. And that was once again McGraw. She scored a couple times this game. And that makes it 14-2. So 2 outs now. And that'll bring up the number 5 hitter in the lineup, Walker. Walker nearly hit by the pitch there. That's going to advance both the runners to second and third, so that'll take away the force that the Mavericks had. Outs are the most of their worries right now. I would say they're not even really worried about the runners on base. They're worried about getting that third out and getting out of this inning as soon as they possibly can. Pitches away from Griffith. That one also low. Good stop there by South. Walker has a little bit of a different stance, too. Her body is faced as she pops it up and gets the third out of the inning. Her body is faced, as you saw, towards the right field. Normally they're adjacent to center field, but not in her case, and that's going to be the third out of the inning. On to the bottom of the second. Midland Trail leads 14-2. Don't go anywhere here on the Greenbrier Valley Channel Sports Network. Let's see if the Mavericks can make some damage happen.
Air Supply Heating and Cooling is the area's only Amana dealer offering full service, repairs, maintenance, and installs. Amana offers a lifetime compressor warranty and a one-time unit replacement. Air Supply also offers after-hours repair service. Call today for a free estimate.
GNC Flooring, specializing in hardwood and laminate. We offer existing floor sanding and refinishing and free estimates. Call 304-646-1031.
One-Way Towing, the source for all of your towing needs. From cars to trucks, the dreaded crash, to just plain stuff. For a job done right, there's only one way.
Alrighty, and we are back here at beautiful James Monroe High School here in Lenside, West Virginia. Scores 14-2 currently as the Midland Trail Patriots lead the James Monroe Mavericks with Maddie Rader on the mound getting ready to pitch to the number 8 hitter in the lineup, Gracie Carter. Gracie Carter as she gets in the batter's box. Let's get this bottom of the second underway. Here we go. Gracie Carter. Watches strike one. Good pitch there from Rader. And I would say Rader has the green light to pitch just about everything except for balls here. She's going to do everything to keep anything in the strike zone and go straight at these hitters. 0-2 is the count to start out Carter. And Carter, at this point, it don't matter how she gets on base. She wants to find a way to do it. It doesn't matter. She acts like a softball's a meteor and it hits her. It doesn't matter. She just needs to find a way to get on. Pitches away. Low there. That'll even the count up at 2-2. Also welcome in everybody from the New River Network on channel 4 and 17. Welcoming everybody from the Fayette County area. And that's going to be inside for a full count. Rader, she's going to want to go straight at her here as she pitched her 3 straight balls. Let's see what the decision is. Here it goes. Upstairs. And that's a way to get a base runner on if you are James Monroe. Let's get this party started here. And now it's going to bring up the number 9 hitter in the lineup, Gracie Carter. And that one's going to be hit just past the first baseman. That's going to bring the runner. Good stop there by the right fielder for Midland Trail. As Spencer was just able to keep her from advancing to third base. And that was Gracie Carter. I thought for sure she was going to be able to make it, but she did a good job keeping her there instead of runners being at the corners. Now we're back up to the top of the lineup with Grayson Dowdy. 12-run lead here for the Patriots. But that can go here in just a split second if you haven't watched any James Monroe softball this year. This team has struggled. This team has struggled a little bit on defense this season, but man, they're an offensive powerhouse. Just outside there, as Grayson Dowdy was a little bit late there on the pitch to even her up at 1-1 apiece. Maddie Rader's trying to get the sign there from her coach in the dugout. Had to block the sun from her eyes. Grayson Dowdy would love to be able to give her a little bit of sun and shoot one straight up the gap right where the second base is. Let's see if she can do it. Pitches away. And that's going to be right on the inside corner there to even it up at 2-2. Man, that's a beautiful pitch there from Rader. Able to paint the corner. If you had an ABS challenge system right there, that would have been a beautiful painted pitch. That one's going to be low, though, to make it full count. The last thing Rader wants or needs to do here is walk the second batter of the inning. Will she? No, she won't. That one's going to make it over, and it's going to be a foul ball. So still a chance for there to be a walked batter. Man, that ball had a lot of wing over to the left side of the third base. I thought for sure that one was going to drop, and it just kept carrying over and over to the left side. And a beautiful slow pitch curveball in there from Rader, and that's going to be the first out here of the bottom of the second. Man, that pitch was really, really, really slow and just dropped straight in the bucket there for out number one. And the Mavericks are already walking on thin ice now. The ice is starting to crack a little bit. The one good thing about softball compared to any other sport is that there is no time limit. All you got to do is get runners on base. The question is, how can they do it? Let's see if Peyton Street has an answer, the second hitter in the lineup. Oh, good look there from Street. I thought she was going to swing at that in the dirt there for a second. But that's going to get past the catcher for Midland Trail. And now we have runners at second and third. If you're Maddie Rader here, those runners are irrelevant as you've already got a 12-run lead. Beautiful pitch there from Rader. She sends a fastball straight down the middle. Street going to be swinging at anything close here. And that one's going to be well inside. Is that going to be enough time for her to be able to make it home? No, it's not. Gracie Carter not able to make it home there. It looked like a little bit of a jog there from Carter. A little bit surprised she didn't have more hustle trying to make it home to the play, but nonetheless, not taking anything away from the play made there by the catcher, Lexi Stanley. And then, of course, the pitcher, Rader, covering for her there at home plate. That's going to give us 2 outs here. That ball absolutely crushed. Rader gets the sign from her coach. Probably going to have to get herself some sunglasses for the next game. Pitches away. It's going to be outside here. Rader got a keen sense of eye. She's trying to see as much as she can. Beautiful sunny day here in Linside. And that pitch is going to be low. We got ball 4. Pitch, runner's coming home, and she's going to make it in safe. Good hustle there from Mila Mann. So 2 outs now. We're going to have a runner now on first base as Mila Mann scores to cut this cut this Midland Trail lead down to just a tad from 14-2 to 14-3. Griffith, the 3-hitter. What damage can she do? Here we go. Rader. If you could have fire on the back of your pitches, Maddie Rader would have some. She's one of the faster pitchers that we've seen here in Linside this year. Probably the fastest, if you ask my opinion. Very difficult to time up her pitches. As Griffith rips one back behind us here in the press box to even up the count here at 1-1. Rader. Good rip there from Street. Let's see if the pitcher can turn it into the hitter here. Chokes up on the bat a little bit. And she got just enough of that ball to stay alive here at 1-2. Good fight here from Griffith. Let's see what fight these Mavericks have in them. Rader. That one's low. And that's going to even it up at 2-2. Stanley would absolutely love And I mean love for Street to take a little bit more of a step off of that first base bag so she could fire one over. Oh, my goodness, a beautiful drop curveball in there. That's going to be it. Strike 3. And that'll do it for the bottom of the second. James Monroe gets 1 run back, but still nonetheless, score is 14-3. Midland Trail dominating James Monroe. We'll be right back here with the top of the third inning here on the Greenbrier Valley Channel Sports Network. Alrighty, here we go. Top of the third. And let's get this party started here with Jesse Mooney, the number 6 hitter in the lineup for Midland Trail. Up to bat, Griffith. Over the head of Jesse Mooney. Softball definitely not a place you want to have a headshot at, but Griffith wants to see if she can get herself a strikeout. 3-0 is the count. Rips one straight to the second baseman. Beautiful play there by Street, able to make the play. And first out of the top of the third. If you take out a couple of the errors and unfortunate things that have happened to James Monroe during this ball game, I believe this ball game would be a whole lot closer. But that doesn't take away anything from the fact that these Mavericks can get themselves a stop and score some more to at least extend this ball game. It is not out of the equation. That one's going to roll just foul. And even at 1-1. It's the beautiful thing about softball, as I said in the second inning. There's no time limit. So as long as you've got your mind in the game and you have a chance, that's all that matters. Can they take advantage of that? That one went in on the hands, a good bit on the hands there of Vea Hall. And that's going to make it a 1-2 count here. So Griffith 1 strike away from making it 2 outs here. The top of the third. That one well inside. And Hall pretty excited about it. She lets out a little scream there at the end of that pitch. So we're evened up now at 2-2. And somehow that pitch avoids her feet and putting her on first base, at least for the time being. South has her stationed on the outside corner. And she's going to get one. That's going to go to the third baseman. It's going to be there in time. That's a beautiful play there. The Mavericks now are going to have 2 outs to work with, as you can see on the advanced hydraulics replay. She got the barrel of the bat out there in front, but Gracie Carter said, "Not today, Satan," and she takes her out and puts her out at first base. Outside corner there, strike one. Bottom of the lineup here is Raylan Morse. And that one, right back where it came from, to the pitcher. So first 1-2-3 inning here for the Mavericks. And we're going to head now to the bottom of the third, with Midland Trail leading 14-3. Don't go anywhere here on the Greenbrier Valley Channel Sports Network.
Air Supply Heating and Cooling is the area's only Amana dealer offering full service, repairs, maintenance, and installs. Amana offers a lifetime compressor warranty and a one-time unit replacement. Air Supply also offers after-hours repair service. Call today for a free estimate.
GNC Flooring, specializing in hardwood and laminate. We offer existing floor sanding and refinishing and free estimates. Call 304-646-1031.
If they had that the first 2 innings, this would be, I'm going to say 4 minutes. Am I hot right now? Alrighty, we're about to get this bottom of the third party started. Is Maddie Rader getting herself ready to roll? Something I love to see is the intensity from Rader. You can see whenever she's pitching and just warming up. She's not even doing any regular pitches, but she's treating it like she's in the game. Her face is intense. She's ready to roll, and she wants to take every single one of the batters she faces out of the ballgame and put them back in the dugout. But Trinity Hill, the cleanup hitter of James Monroe, might have something different to say about that. Let's find out. Trinity Hill here, and both teams have had that really nice gap there through the center. Let's see if she can hit it. And that one came right back where we're at. And I believe that ball got caught up there in the fence right where we're at here in the press box. So I don't know how that happened, but hey. Rader. Nice change up there from Hill, from Rader to get Hill out in front at 0-2. It's what makes Rader so dangerous. She's able to switch speeds like that. And that ball was foul tipped, but straight into the catcher's mitt of Stanley for strike number 3. So that's 1 out here in the bottom of the third. See if the Mavericks could stay alive in this game. The shortstop Destiny Lowe up to bat now for the Mavericks. Lowe is the call there for ball number 1. Lowe's going to choke up on her bat a little bit earlier in this at-bat than what she did last. And that one, a chase outside. Good pitch there from Rader. Able to make her think that that curve was going to stay in the strike zone, and then at the last second, drop towards the outside part. Rader comes straight back at her now with a strike with the fastball, and now she's going to be ahead of her at 1-2. Good job there by Lowe, able to stay out in front of that one and stay alive. I wonder if those shadows in front of the batters mess with them a little bit. It would not surprise me one bit. And Lowe's going to strike out there for the second out of the bottom of the third. And that's going to bring up Lizzie Smith, number 6 hitter in the lineup. Let's see what Smith can do here. And I swear that gap just keeps getting a little bit bigger in center field. Every time a new batter comes up, it's almost like the shortstop moves over to the third baseman a little bit closer every time. And that one's going to catch the inside corner there for strike one. Good hit there from Smith, right to the third baseman. But it didn't matter, as Morris was able to put her away, and that's going to be out number 3 in the third inning. We'll go to the top of the fourth with the Patriots of Midland Trail leading 14-3 over the Mavericks. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, here we go. Top of the fourth inning. To start things out for the Patriots is going to be the number 9 hitter in the lineup, number 24, Ava Campbell. As she'll watch one outside from Griffith. Griffith had a 1-2-3 top of the third inning. And she would love to do the exact same here as that one's hit to the shortstop low in a beautiful play on all three ends. Both by the pitcher and the shortstop, as Lowe was able to make a good delivery over to Trinity Hill for out number 1. That's what you want here. If you're the Mavericks, is another 1-2-3 inning. And that ball gets past South, but no one on base to cause any damage. The switch hitter, Maddie Rader, up to bat. We've already seen her bat both right and left against Griffith, but she's mostly been right, and that one's going to be ripped to center, but it's going to be caught. And that'll be the second out now. Lizzie Smith was able to take her out. And that ball upstairs. But a good last 5 batters. It has been for Griffith able to put them all away. See if she can make it 6 in a row with Parsons. And that ball is not able to be caught there by Trinity Hill, the first baseman. And she's going to be safe. Looks like the coach was telling her he wanted that ball to be up a little bit more and not by her side so much, telling her if you're going to be that close, you need to put that more in her chest instead of at her feet. Stanley will be the next batter. And South looked like she wanted to make a throw over, but the shortstop low was not there. So that will advance the runner into scoring position. Griffith, good pitch there. That'll be a pop-up. Smith is able to track it down. So that'll do it now for the top of the fourth inning. And we'll head to the bottom of the fourth now. So a quick last inning and a half, as you can see on the advanced hydraulics replay, as she just got under that ball. But Lizzie Smith able to hustle through the grades. And as you can see right through there on the fence. Good work by our cameraman, Joe Sharp. Able to catch that catch from Smith. And we'll head to the bottom of the fourth. Okay. My mic was hot, wasn't it? I figured that's why you were laughing. Oh, man. All right, we're about ready to start the bottom of the fourth here. As you can see, two of our umpires here this afternoon, umpires and officials discussing. Alrighty, here we go with Maddie Rader